Well, you kind of mentioned that. I need to hydrate, sleep well, exercise, eat well, use my skincare, and do my treatments. It's only 6 things to think of.
I think you got this.
I got it, right?
You got it.
I think so too. Welcome to the Confidence Edit. I'm Gabriella, your host, and today we had the pleasure of sitting down with Freda Borukhov, who is a physician assistant with multiple years of practice in the ICU and urgent care medicine. Freda is also an entrepreneur and the owner and founder of MediFreda Aesthetics in Williamston Park, New York. What truly sets Freda apart is her way of enhancing natural beauty in women. And she does that in such a clever way, and I can't wait for all of you to hear more from Freda. Welcome.
Thank you, Gabriella. It's so nice to be with you today.
Well, thank you for having us at your beautiful MediSpa.
My pleasure.
So tell me, Freda, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
Okay, that's a great question. I can sit with you guys all day and talk about this. Okay, so I'm a mom, which is a full-time job.
For sure it is.
Yeah, so I have 3 kids, thank God, a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Okay, I've been married for the last 13 years.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I have been a physician assistant for over a decade now. So I've started doing ICU, like internal medicine, inpatient medicine in the hospital. And then I've been doing urgent care for a few years after that. And then for the last 5 years now, I've transitioned into the aesthetic industry. And I absolutely love it.
Oh, well, I can tell. You have the eye for it.
Yes,
you can tell in everything that you have around how you built your place as well. Okay, so tell me something. What really makes me, find you, I find you so interesting, Freda, because you have so many layers to you. You have 3 children. I don't know how you manage to have 3 children, be an entrepreneur, be a wife, and also, keep yourself the way you do. So what is your secret to be able to do it all these, different roles and wear these hats that you have?
That's a good question. So I think that prioritizing, as a woman, and that we know that we have different roles. There's I have a role that I'm an entrepreneur. I have my children. I have my husband. My family also, my extended family. So really setting aside the time for each of those things, and that whenever you're doing that, putting your mind and focus to that specific thing. And if I'm at work right now, I'm focused on that. Yeah. If I'm home, I'm focused on my children. If I'm having a conversation with my husband, I'm focused on that. But also setting aside for those things and managing our time as a woman or even as a man is very important, but especially for a woman because we just carry so many hats.
Absolutely. Because I feel like time management is something that I struggle with. I'm one of those people that I have to wake up super early in the morning just to get the morning started because otherwise there's no time. And also nighttime, I feel like there's not even enough hours in the day, right? But time management, I think also it's important to have some boundaries. And I know that you're good at setting boundaries. What is your secret to be able to do that?
Setting boundaries is very important because, and the secret to that is, like I said, focusing, right? So let's say Friday and Saturday, I don't work, right? So those are my boundaries, is that time is with my family. And yes, I have my clients. I love to work. So I always try to set aside time for my clients and, I'm always there for them during phone calls, even after hours. But then also explaining communication with my family, saying, okay, I really need to talk. I really need to take care of this right now. So communication and just understanding one another is very important.
Thank you for sharing that, because I think communication is really key to all success. And I know that you communicate very well with the clients. You call them clients or you call them patients?
It depends on my mood.
Right? But your clients, you do communicate well with them because you are an educator, right, when it comes to the aesthetics. And I remember you mentioning to me that you had someone come in that wanted to have something done with a jaw, and you had advised them not to. And, just to have that ability to, I'm not going to say convince, but to, inform them.
Or influence.
Influence them on the decision is a big, it's a big thing. It's important because that's your job to share that. How do you feel that clients are nowadays? Are they very informed in what they're asking in forms of service, or do you feel that you need to teach them more? How do you feel that the balance is?
So there is a balance. I have some clients that, they come in and they know exactly what they want. And I love that, it's nice to hear what they have to say. And then there are those that, that need some help and recommendation and what needs to be done. So I love to educate. So, and I love to hear as well. I love to hear what they have to say. So I really take the time to really listen to what they have to say. And I ask them, like, what are your goals? What are your goals for your face, right? And then we come up with a plan together, and the goal is to enhance their beauty, right? We don't want to change the way they look. We want to just take the beauty that they have and enhance it.
And I mean, I can say this, like, as a mom, I know how much extra work it takes for me now to feel not beautiful, but I guess to feel more confident in my skin. And I think that you see that a lot with women that come in here, how they struggle to find themselves again. Is that something that you feel that you help women with on a daily basis?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's hard. We feel like all the time that we have, we must put it into our children, or we must put it into our, into our family, which is absolutely, that's our priority. Like I was saying, like, we got to prioritize.
Yeah.
That is our priority. But then again, in order for us to do that, we need to feel good from within.
Absolutely.
And in order to feel good from within, I think as a woman, we need to feel good on the outside as well. Right? So it has to go hand in hand. Yeah. It's very important for us to really take the time to take care of ourselves so that we can give to our family.
No, I think that's 100% right, because I remember my husband always tells me that, I love it when you come home and you're relaxed, and that's typically when I've done something, got my hair done, or, got my nails done, or done something just to pamper myself. And it's just like a receipt every time he tells me that, like, I'm taking care of myself. I also had an incident, I remember, when my daughter said to me, "Are you happy?" And I said, she's 3.5, by the way.
Wow.
And I asked her, I was like, "Yeah, I'm very happy." She goes, "I like it when you're happy." And that's because she notices that I'm taking care of myself. And when I take care of myself, I'm less stressed, and I'm also more present. And I think that's exactly what you're touching on, that you have to focus and be present in that moment.
Absolutely. And I feel like the women that really take care of themselves, they are able to do all that. They're able to be present, able to focus. And it's not like, oh my gosh, all I do is just with my kids. Like, you get burned out, and you really have to know, like I said, to prioritize and to really set your boundaries and to take care of yourself.
I think that's so important. Like, I'm still like, I am not there yet. Like, I'm still working and navigating my way to that, because it's, I have a 3-year-old. How old are your kids?
9, 5, and 2.
Okay, so you've had about 6 years more practice, right, to learn, and it takes time.
Oh yeah.
No one tells you.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, and I guess we're always going to learn, right? But and I think it's important for women to know that you're not alone, but then also that there's a community of women that are there to help. And I always find it so fun. Like, we're having an event coming up, and that's also a great opportunity to meet other women, to just to chat with them, see what they're doing, and so and then see how they're managing. Because a lot of times I feel like we're just left alone to figure it out.
That's so true. That's true. There's a lot of women, they feel like they're alone, like you said. And I want to tell you guys, you're not alone. That we all feel for each other. We all know how hard it is, but that's why we have to be there for each other. And we're a community within a community. And we need to just do our best to look good and to really know how to give our secrets to each other.
Yeah,
so that we can.
The secrets, that's what it is. My grandma had many secrets. She would tell me that don't throw the peel from the cucumber. Like, if I were to peel the cucumber, put that on your face, right? She would tell me, when you peel an orange, don't throw the peel. You have to boil the peel, and that water you will spray as a mist on your face. Wow. Like, she had all these tips, right?
Sounds
and she
like
would
my
share
mom.
that. Yeah, really. And she would share these tips, right? And nowadays, I feel like people, the only tips I'm getting are from TikTok. Look, what's going on? Nobody's sharing anything anymore.
You're right.
So, like, I wanna hear your tips and your tricks so that we can share to our viewers. What do you do? Like, what do you do to get your skin to glow so much?
What do I do? First of all, hydration is very important. Okay, we have to keep hydrated. Okay, and if you guys come to the party that we're having February 8th, you guys will leave with a gift that will help you keep yourself hydrated. So hydration, drinking enough water. I know we get busy, but having a bottle of water that's always filled up next to you, just handy, always drinking, very important. Eating on time. I think eating healthy on time.
On time, okay. What do you mean on time? Because
so there's breakfast, there's lunch, and then there's dinner.
Yeah.
Not eating breakfast at like lunchtime.
Okay.
So eating at a right time and eating healthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So breaking down our meals appropriately within a given time and eating healthy. So that's very important.
Yeah.
Okay. And sleeping the right amount of hours. I know that it's hard.
It is.
We try to catch up, after we put for me, after I put my kids to bed, I catch up on work, I catch up on the house, there's so many things to do. But we really need to, like I said, like it's time. It all goes back to time management.
Yeah.
So having the right amount of sleep, you know how they say like beauty sleep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, beauty sleep.
Beauty sleep. It's important because when you don't sleep, you can tell. When people don't sleep, you can see like bags under their eyes. You know, no matter how many treatments you're gonna do, it is what it is. It's like you're lacking sleep.
So like, how many hours of sleep should one have?
I think about 7 to 8 hours is good.
Do you get 7 to 8 hours?
I try to get 7 to 8 hours. Yeah, that's my goal every single night.
I've not had that.
Like
lately.
I tell myself, okay, that's it. Like it's time for bed. You know, like I have to like stop now. There's work never ends. Like nothing ever ends. Like tomorrow is another day, and we have to just understand that.
Yeah. You know, when I had my daughter, the OBGYN, he told me, he said, okay, you're going home now. I'll see you in 6 to 8 weeks, right? The first visit, and then he said, make sure now that you sleep. Because if you come back to me in 6 to 8 weeks with bags under your eyes, I'm going to have a serious conversation with your husband. I thought, this is weird. And then I realized what he meant with that. You know, if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't get rest, you can't be there for your child, your infant, right?
Absolutely.
And it's like, I still have his voice in the back of my head because lately I have not been so good at sleeping. I mean, it's just, there's just so much things going on, you know, and there's all these different, you know, also yourself, you have all these different cycles, you know, hormonal cycles, and so that affects as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I think many times I really aim for those 7 to 8 hours, but lately I'm pushing more, maybe 5 to 6. What can I do to like revert that, to go back to sleeping more, besides managing my time? Like, do you have any other like tips as
like what time are you going to bed?
My goal is 10, but like until I fall asleep, maybe it's 11:30.
That's late.
Yeah, then I'm actually like asleep because I have thoughts and. You know, I keep like, I'll wake up
so
and then...
the question is, what are you doing before you're going to sleep? Are you on your phone? Are you on social media?
I do social media. Yeah, I know. It's the blue light.
That's what it is, right? That's what's keeping us up.
I think.
You know, sometimes I get also trapped under this.
And it's just, I'm like, this is almost like a disease. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I got to put it away. I think it's, you know, and it's like addictive.
I think that if we all put away our phones at a certain time and say, okay, I'm not looking at it anymore, I think we'll have a better chance of going to sleep. Because it just... You know how the phone is. It just
sucks you in.
It sucks us in.
Yeah,
it keeps
sucks
us
us
going.
in. Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm not the only one, but like, and I'm trying really hard now because, like, you know, I would say okay, it's only 30 minutes, but then I look at the time, it's not 30 minutes.
So I think that like maybe even going into bed and then reading a book.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we just like to be on our phone and then go to sleep, but then that just like keeps us going. You know.
You know what? Read a book. I haven't done that. I remember I used to have a book by my nightstand.
Who reads books anymore? Right?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I
used
used to
have to get back into that.
We have no. You know what? That's a good one. I'm going to use that one because I need my rest. Trust me, I need my rest.
We all do.
Yeah,
we really do because it makes us in a better mood.
Yes.
It makes us happier with our children. Yes. Happier in our work environment. I think sleep is important.
So when it comes to sleep, like one thing I notice when I don't sleep, I always say there's like 2 different ways of getting, people get bags or they get the halo. Is that true? Like you can get, when you age, right? Either you lose volume under your eyes or you get the bags.
Right.
I lost so much volume under my eyes after having my daughter because I didn't sleep, because I didn't listen to my doctor. And I just, you know, did what I thought was right. And it's still like, I'm still struggling with that. So what can I do to reduce the hollowness of that?
Improve your sleep.
Yeah.
That's number 1, right?
Yeah.
Hydration is very important.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's, of course, the beautiful skincare products that, you know, that
Freda
you guys have
Borukhov,
with Dermelect. And there's a few procedures that I do for under the eyes.
Okay.
So we do the PRFM, which is we take some blood, we spin it. It's like an idea of PRP, just next generation PRP.
Wait, we take blood. So you will...
It's we take the blood, and the blood has the plasma in there. And we take that plasma, which has all our growth factors, right? All the good stuff that our blood has, and we're injecting it into an area that needs rejuvenation. Yeah, so we need about a couple of procedures, and it really just helps the under eye look. Like it helps with the hollowness, it gives us volume, and helps with the bags, and just repairs the under eye skin quality.
Oh, I never heard of that. Okay.
So that's one option.
Okay.
And then there's the more like instant results, right? For those that, you know, the PRFM just takes more time and it takes a few more sessions. And then there's filler. There's an option of filler, which is more instant. But then again, for people that have bags under their eyes where they're retaining fluid, we never want to put filler. Okay. Because as you guys all know, that filler, how does it work? It retains fluid. That's how it works, right? That's how it gives you volume. By absorbing, it's hydrophilic. It absorbs water. So we never want to put it under the eyes where the person has already the bags that are retaining fluid. So for that person, we say, okay, PRFM is an option. But for those that are very hollow without the bags, then I would say, okay, let's do a little bit of the filler. We can even do a combination therapy of the filler and the PRFM.
Interesting. That might be something I'll consider then. Because I tell you something, once you start aging, like the first signs of aging, people say, it's around your eyes. That's true. Around your eyes. And that's like, it just doesn't, like, I feel like no matter how much I sleep, it doesn't get better. But maybe I should just sleep a little more, hydrate, and maybe I do need to do a little bit of something.
Yeah.
You know, does it hurt?
Well, we numb you. I use a very gentle approach.
Yeah.
You know, I try to take my time, and usually people are very comfortable.
So if I was to do that PRP, how many sessions, like, do you
So
typically
at about
recommend?
every 4 to 5 weeks, I would say a minimum of 3 sessions for you.
And that's my own blood.
That's your
plasma.
own blood. It's natural. There's nothing else that's going in there. Like people are afraid that they're going to look overdone. That you have no worry about that.
Because I mean, that look of being overdone, that's not in anymore.
No, even when it was, I was never into it.
Okay, so
You know,
what is your style?
Let's say you come in with a problem, right? Like let's say, for example, you're saying your under eyes.
Yeah.
I just want to give it that rejuvenation so that you look, you know, it looks nice. It looks like the way it looked 10 years ago, for example, for you when you looked at your pictures.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to look. We don't want to look like we had a transformation. We don't look like ourselves anymore.
Yeah.
We just want to look like ourselves, a little youthful.
Yeah.
That's all.
I was reading this article that said that the Generation Z was aging more rapidly than the millennials. I'm a millennial. And I was almost stunned by that because I said, how is that even possible, right? But then I started thinking of the people that I have around me that are Gen Z, and I'm like, that's true. And they mention a lot about the habits that they have, you know, also the amount of exposure they have to electronics. Because you have the blue light from the cell phones, and, you know, I didn't grow up with any of that. The first time I had a computer, I was in, like, high school.
Oh, wow.
You know, like maybe like
Trust
a
me, you
year
didn't miss
before.
out.
Yeah, no, like, you know, and it was so like a cell phone came, I think also there like in high school, like, you know, I just didn't have that. You know, I grew up with no social media. So I feel sometimes like at night I'm catching up, you know, but like.
I don't know what social media is until I started working.
See, and now you became an expert at it. Now, Freda, give me your best anti-aging tips.
Going back, hydration, sleep, eating well, okay? Everything is also from within. Sometimes we can do as much as we want on the face, creams, and, you know, like fillers, Botox. It has to also come from within. It has to go hand in hand, right? So what we say, hydration, eating well, exercising, right? Having a very active lifestyle, okay? And then also maintaining our skin. Very important. I have clients that come into me when when their skin is very mature, you know, in their 50s or 60s, and it's a good time to start, but it's harder to rejuvenate the skin at that time because we want to start a little earlier. We want to do maintenance. Maintenance of the skin is very, very important. Also, like with fine lines and wrinkles, right? Like let's say Botox is very preventative. I have a client that I just recently saw, and we were like trying to look at pictures, and she came in to do Botox that day, which means she hasn't done Botox for like 4 months. And we were looking at her pictures before Botox. Her picture now looks better even before Botox because it was preventative. Her lines are not even deep anymore, even though she was due for Botox.
So Botox can relax and minimize the already existing lines?
It can help minimize the already existing lines and the new ones from forming. Because we're relaxing it repetitively. So over time, it just, you know, it doesn't, the contractions of the muscles are not so strong anymore. So the lines are not so strong, the wrinkles are not so strong anymore.
So sleep better, hydrate, eat well, exercise, use skincare, do treatments, but you have to start sooner, not too late.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, what is the youngest clients, do you say, that you meet?
21.
21.
Most of my clients are pretty young.
They start at 21. I'm trying to think what I did when I was 21. I think I started like with skincare, like basically when I got into it. I guess I always did something with skincare, you know, I always had some kind of, you know, mask, some cream, but it wasn't until I actually studied skincare when I was around 24 that I got into that. But my first aesthetic treatment, like not a regular facial, I want to say was when I was around 27 maybe. That was the first time I tried something.
Okay. Yeah. It also depends on the way the person feels, you know. I can meet a 21-year-old that feels like they don't need it and they feel like confidence already. And then there's a 21-year-old that feels like they need it. So it really depends on the person, you know, their genetic, their lifestyle, you know, that all goes.
Also the genetics, like I see, you know, I always mention that, like my parents, they have lines, like they have, you know, 11s, as they call them, right? They call them 11s. They have them very pronounced. I have that too. It's a strong muscle, you know, and there's not much you can do besides Botox for that. And that, I think those lines really make you, like, age you a lot.
Yes.
As well as like, the crow's feet if you have tendencies to that. I had a friend, I remember, and I think he was maybe like 15 years old. He already had deep lines like crow's feet because of the air where we lived was so dry. So he had very dry skin, leading him to get more, aging signs as well. Like I tell people during wintertime as well, like use an appropriate day cream because that as well can help your skin look
Absolutely.
less dry. But you're right. I have to drink more water. I have to sleep more. It's all holistic approach to the aging.
Yeah, like even fillers, right? I always tell my clients that even when after I put the fillers, you still need to keep hydrated and keep your skin hydrated with creams and just drinking because that's how the filler even looks better in your skin.
So, which I know that you like one of Dermelect's products a lot, not that we're talking about hydration, and it's the Rapid Repair Barrier Serum. I gave it to you. I mentioned you said you were sensitive.
Yes.
You said you were sensitive. You're getting dry due to the transition of weather. We're in New York. It's really cold now. It's been 19 degrees, 20 degrees. How do you feel that adding that serum into your daily routine, how do you feel that has helped your skin?
So yeah, like you were saying, I'm very sensitive. Like I use many products and already the next day I can feel it. Like I can't even sleep sometimes from like the creams that I put in, like under my eye. Like I feel like I can't sleep. I get like very irritated. Okay. So I even told you when I first met you, I was like, I don't know if I want to try Dermelect because I was nervous. But I'll tell you guys, it's really working very well. Like I have no irritation, and I love the repair one. I just feel so much more hydrated, especially like with the transition of weather that you mentioned. And I've been using it like twice a day, like morning and night, and I love it.
Good, and it's just one product you add into your routine. A lot of people have multiple products and multiple brands, and I say that's good. You find something you like in one brand, you find something in another brand, that's good. But I always say having one serum for a specific concern is the way to go. And I mean, working with targeted solutions, the way you're working with Dermelect and the way you're working with your treatments as well, I think is really a great approach to having a healthy skin.
Absolutely.
So besides the eyes, what else would you say is it that ages you? Because you always get the first lines and the signs, of aging under your eye. Where else is it?
I feel like the mid face area, kind of over time with gravity, everything just starts to descend, and we start, this part of the face, the mid face starts to descend, and we get like jowling. So I would say like the more the mid face and like the perioral area, where we see the signs of aging a lot. And thank God to filler because it really.
So how would you do that? Because it's the triangle of youth, right? It's this way, right? And then all of a sudden it just shifts there. Mine shifted after I had my daughter. I just woke up one day and I said, "Oh my God, who is this?" I felt it, and it was noticeable, right? But I always say that I feel it here, like it's something missing here. I used to be more round, and now I'm getting more. Is that what it? Yeah, is that what the age? Like, is that when I'm noticing the aging? Is that it?
It could be the hollowness.
I see you looking at me now saying, let me see here what's going on. But I felt it because it's like it happened here. I was
sculpture would look really nice on you.
I'm going to do that maybe.
Sculpture is really
You're
nice.
the second person to tell me that.
Yeah? Yeah, because I feel like with this area, like, the hollowness.
It is a hollowness.
In the lateral face, sculpture is really nice. It's not a filler.
What is it? What is sculpture?
It's basically it's a liquid that we inject into the face that binds to your cells, and with the fibroblasts, it creates collagen. So it's creating a lot of your own natural collagen. So it's not synthetic. It's not like we're putting in a filler. It's your own body's producing the collagen over time.
And how long does that last?
Usually we say about 1.5 to 2 years.
So come into it. It's not a filler.
It's not a filler. It is an injectable. We're injecting it into the face to create collagen. Because, what is collagen? We want volume to that area. So that's collagen, right? So we want to bring that collagen back.
From which age, do you notice that the collagen is being broken down in the skin, but that we don't produce as much?
I would say around 25. It starts to go down. Slowly.
I'm telling you, from 25. I mean, that's why I'm telling people. I always tell people, start with good anti-aging skincare at a, decent time in life.
Absolutely.
Because
I started too. I think I was 19.
You were 19.
When I got married, I feel like, okay, I gotta start.
Yeah. No, and so what is your skincare routine look like? Because you have access to everything. What do you do?
So what I do is I cleanse my face. That's very important. After cleansing, I use a toner. After my toner, I use a serum, and then a moisturizing cream. And then before I go to bed, I like to use an eye cream, and also I use a serum, the Rapid Repair serum. There's the neck tightening cream.
Yes.
So that's good because I'll tell you guys with the neck, it's hard. It's hard to treat the neck once it's, once we see signs of aging. It's hard. There are treatments, of course. We can do the PDO threads and we could do a little Botox. We could do the PRFM, but it's definitely not going to be the same as it used to be. So I think that, taking care of your neck from a younger age is really important.
And I think a lot of people just automatically forget about it. They put it on their face and then they just totally forget that they have a neck.
Yeah, like you were asking me, signs of aging. Like what is, I feel like the neck is another way to tell like a person's age. Like it really tells you this,
And I'm telling you, like, okay, now I'm wearing a turtleneck. I feel like I'm doing that all winter. But I do notice a difference in my neck. Like the elasticity is not the same in my neck now as it was before. But I've always been taking very good care of my neck. Like that is an area that I've never neglected. So when I do my serums, I do put it there as well. And
your
I always
neck looks
work.
really good.
Well, thank you. Like I'm trying, but like I'm seriously that's an area that has been of concern for me. I've always been, and also with the SPF. A lot of people put on their face, but they forget the neck.
Yeah, I mean when I did laser years ago, and I feel like they damaged the skin on my neck.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So, but I've been doing like the PRFM on my neck, and I feel like it's been producing a lot of, like I had a facial done once, and a lady told me that my skin on my neck looks like the quality looks like mature than my face.
Oh no.
So she already noticed it.
Oh wow.
That it was damaged from all those laser sessions that I had. But thank God, like I've been doing the PRFM, which is producing a lot of collagen because it also helps like acne scars, like pigmentation, and it just helps with rejuvenating the skin, repairing the skin because it's using your body's growth factors and healing powers to help.
Wow. So those laser treatments caused your skin on your neck to age sooner.
Because it was not done properly. They kept burning me. I guess I wasn't going to the right place. I was younger.
So you can use
So exactly. So now we can go back to say like how important it is to choose the right person touching your face, whether it's laser, whether it's even facial, or how much more so than getting an injectable done.
Yeah.
Like really choosing. There's so many people out there now that are injecting. There's so many facialists. There's so many people that are losing. We really have to do our research. We really have to find out, like, who is this person?
Yeah.
Who is going to be touching my face? It's not about, saving $1. I know that, like, these procedures are luxury, right? It's not like for everyone. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But then again, we really need to consider the expertise.
Yeah.
Because we can't. It's not about going to buy a bag or something that you could just you don't need anymore and you'll throw out. No. This is your face.
No, and that's the first thing people see when they see you. But also, like I think even just when I choose my skincare, I do research behind it. I don't want to put whatever on my face. I want to make sure that the ingredients I'm using have been tested on. I want to make sure that the products won't cause any damage as well, because even skincare can cause an adverse reaction on your skin.
Yeah, like I like Dermelect because it has a lot of natural products in there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything excess, because I feel like a lot of those other products can have a lot of stuff in there. We don't even understand the ingredients.
Yeah. And that's another thing. There's many times in our industry when people say, I don't know what it is, but I like it and I'll just use it. And that's that.
I always say if you don't know what it is, you don't understand the ingredients, don't use it.
Yeah, ask, right?
Ask, exactly.
And I guess that's as an educator, you're not naturally, drawn to teaching your clients as well.
Yes, I love that. That's the favorite. It's one of my favorite parts of my industry, that I can really give it over and educate. And you know what it is? I had someone ask me the other day, like, why are you giving out all your tips on Instagram?
Yes.
Like, why are you saying all this information? Like,
Yes.
don't you want it to be unique to you? Like, keep it a secret. Like, don't say it all. And I was like, wow, that's such a good question. But I love, like, there's nothing to hide. I feel like everyone should know what I have, what
What you're doing. No, but everyone should know what you're doing. Or like,
no, it's like I'm not afraid to share my knowledge with others.
No,
if I have it, why not give it over to others?
Yeah. So, quick question. What beauty trends do you have seeing coming 2024?
Okay, so the beauty trend that I've been seeing over and over, I have had a lot of people asking me about the snatched jawline.
Snatched jawline. What is that?
So they want to have that like V-shaped, very snatched looking jawline.
Is that really for all?
No, it's not. I mean, I don't think it's for everyone. I know how, like, some people show me pictures of others and say, I want to look like this. And I try to explain to them, of course I want to hear what they have to say, and I want to understand why they want to look like that. And then I would explain to them if I would feel like this is not the appropriate treatment for them because aesthetically it would not make them, look better. So I would explain to them that, especially when it comes to that snatched jawline, we have to understand that for a woman's face, we obviously want to have that feminine look, right? And when we look at that snatched jawline, it's more of like it's more manly, right? So when you look at a woman's face, you want to look at their cheekbones, and you want their cheekbones to be higher. So you don't want this part of their face to be more broad than the cheeks. For a woman, a woman's cheekbone has to be more higher and more accentuated than the lower face.
So it's like a symmetry.
It has to have symmetry. We can definitely create a nice definition and a nice contour by, doing a little filler in their chin, and creating a little bit more definition in their jawline. But it really depends on how we're doing it. We always want to make sure that the woman's face is more like a heart shape.
Okay.
And if someone comes in and they don't have the heart shape, but our focus shouldn't be to creating it more as a square. It should be creating it more as a heart shape.
So more harmony in it.
More harmony and definition and just more feminine.
So what would you say is a trend that was popular in 2023 that you see is going out the window?
So the lips.
The lips.
Oh yeah. I feel like that big,
I feel like that's been many years now, the big lips.
It's been out, but I feel like now people are like, I want natural. I want it to look natural. I just want a little plump, and I want just my own lips just a little enhanced. Yeah. Which, you know what, I love, because that's what I do. I love natural. Hydration, that's key, especially for lips. We want to just because we can't look at another person's lips and say, I want to look like that. Because that's not your lip. That might not go for your face, for your facial structure. We want to, like you said, like that harmony.
So what is your favorite procedure to do? Because you must have one, right?
So I really love to do the liquid facelift.
Okay, tell me more.
Because liquid facelifts, again, it goes back to balance, harmony, and just like creating that definition.
But what is a liquid facelift?
So liquid, right? Yeah. So it's a non-surgical facelift. Okay, so we're using neuromodulators like Botox and fillers. It could be sculpture as well, to really, or like even PRFM to produce collagen, to give the face a little lift, a rejuvenation in places where it's needed. So me as an injector and the professional, I look at that individual's face and I say, okay, in your face, we need to do this. We need to create a little bit of more cheek contour. We need to create a little bit more chin. We need to give you a little hydration in your lips. We've got to create a little bit of an eyebrow lift with Botox, just to create that balance in the face.
Oh, so you're like, it's literally like you're literally creating. You're there making sure that you.
I have a canvas.
You do, right? I was gonna say you're like Picasso.
And it's art. It really is, and I love it. I enjoy it. It's like, it feels so good.
You're making me want to do a lot of stuff now. No, but seriously, because it's I see the passion that you have in there.
And it's so funny because we just had a client walk in.
Yes.
She's actually an art. She's an art. She said she's doing an event.
Okay.
For a whole art workshop. So whenever I was injecting her, she goes to me like, I didn't know that part of her. I was just trying to learn about her, and she was like, Freda, I really see that you're an artist. I was like, thank you. Like, okay, I get that a lot,
Yeah.
But then she was like, I'm an art teacher. Like, that's what I do. I have my own art, like workshops. And I was like, wow, like I just got a compliment from someone that does art. So it really is. It's really art.
Besides your favorite treatment, what is your passion?
Treatment in terms of like not
like, what is your passion in life?
I love to just like educate people. I love giving over my knowledge to others, and so they can grow, And when I was starting to become in the aesthetic industry, I feel like nobody wanted to help me. You reach out to people that are in this industry, it was very hard to get into it. When people call me, I give them all the knowledge. Like I sit on the phone with them, I really educate them. Yeah, like I love it.
So what do you do for fun, Freda?
What do I do for fun?
Like, I know you're here. I know you're here many days. I know you love this, and this is fun for you. Besides work, what else do you do for fun?
So I'll tell you, I'm part of a community where I live, like a religious community. I organize events for the community. I'm a big part of that. And also, like, I do, every Saturdays, we do, like, a group of ladies. Nice. We gather. I do, like, a lot of ladies' events. and we try to uplift each other. We're part of like a group where we're always trying to help each other in terms of like if they, if someone's sick, we will make like a little event to uplift them and say prayers.
That's very nice. That's a very like, I love that, Freda. I didn't know this. This is nice. I like that. Maybe that's why I feel that connection to you, because I said it the second I met you, I felt like you're so warm and loving and understanding, and you really want to open up to you. So you do that. How long have you been doing that for?
For the last 4 years. It's a lot of work.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and like people ask me like, how do you manage? How do you do it? But sometimes I just be like, oh, I don't want to do it. Like someone else take over. But I'm like, you know what? I really love this. Like I want to do it. It's done properly also. So it's like,
Freda, your time management, you're excellent at it. If you're able to do all this.
Thank you. I really try. It's hard work. Yeah. It's really putting my mind to it and just focusing.
I wish I had more of that. So Freda, I'm so excited that you have become part of the Dermelect family, that you're carrying our products, and that you can integrate that into your treatments that you have as well, and that you can help people find that balance that they're looking for to achieve their healthier skin. And also, I'm so excited that I get to be with you on February 8th because you're having an amazing event here, and I get to spread the word of Dermelect and also talk to your clients and teach them how to really use the products properly and how to integrate them into their existing routine that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I've met you and that I'm able to present this company and this skincare line to my clients now.
Yeah, Freda, we are so happy that we can have you here as well as our partner, and to know that whoever's using Dermelect can also come to you for advice if there's any forms of treatments that they're interested in as well.
Yeah, we would love to have, anyone that any of your clients, they can join us on February 8th. We're going to have a Valentine rejuvenation extravaganza.
Yes.
So we'll have, you guys will be here, Dermelect. We're very excited. And we'll also have the gym 2 doors down. So we're going to kind of integrate. So it's like healthy lifestyle, which integrates skin and our bodies and, everything. Everything just kind of comes together at the end.
Well, you kind of mentioned that. I need to hydrate, sleep well, exercise, eat well, use my skincare, and do my treatments. It's only 6 things to think of.
I think you got this.
I got it, right?
You got it.
I think so too. So thank you again, Freda, for having us here at your lovely MediSpa. I want you to please share with everyone here as well where they can find you, because I'm sure you all want to come and visit. So where is your location, Freda?
So I'm located at 646 Willis Avenue on Williston Park. It's near Mineola and Roslyn, so it's in Long Island.
Lovely. So now you know where to go to get your treatments if you want to, if you're in the neighborhood, or if you want to stop by and speak with a Dermelect expert, or find out how you can use your products with the treatment services that you're receiving. Thank you so much, Freda, again,
Thank you, Gabriella.
for being
It was
here with
so
us.
nice. It was so nice to sit with you today.
Thank you.